By the end of this video, I want to make you so magnetically polarizing that you will only be in awe of the amount of love you receive from the universe. You see, this video is not only about detachment, it is about understanding the universe's love language. So, if this is something that resonates with you, please relax, grab a cup of tea, and we are going to get into it. Detachment doesn't mean you don't desire anymore. It means you trust enough to let life meet you where you are. You see, the thing that many people do not understand about the law of the universe and how the universe works is that the universe is not working against you. It is actually working for you, for your greater good. So when you start to understand that, you will be able to apply everything that is happening in your life actually, to benefit you, to actually grow you instead of harm you. One thing I know is that many people have a plan about what they want in their lives, but the only thing that pushes away those desires or those dreams is the fact that you get in your own way. And the way in which we get in our own way is by wanting something so much so that we actually reject it. And that's not how the universe works. The universe works with alignment and the universe works with coherence. Now, the most important thing that you need to adopt as a person is to be present and to be grounded in the very moment you are in. Many people think that they have to work harder, they have to push through burnout, but I really know that most of the time we push through burnout and we push ourselves over the limits because we are trying so hard to get to this end result that will never come. The universe doesn't align with us because we work harder. The universe aligns with us because we are in the same vibrational range as whatever is meant to meet us. So, a year ago, I actually wrote down I wrote down a journal entry on how I'm going to actually detach and receive everything that I want into my life. And since I did that, my life has changed. I am living the life that I've envisioned. I am actually living my dream, which is to create content, to run my business. That has always been my dream. So I want to use this blueprint that wrote down a year ago and help you actually understand how detachment can support you rather than work against you. So in my diary entry, I wrote, "What is meant to find me will always find me." And what I meant by that was 5 years of inner work that I was doing made me realize that everything that was coming into my life, whether good or bad, was meant to support the version of me that needed to come to the other side. So even in the bad, I was able to take the negative and turn it into something positive because then I understood that what is meant to find me is finding me for a reason because I need it and it's something that I need to work through to move to the other stage. Another thing that wrote down was I need to listen to my inner voice. I need to listen to my intuition. So, how this relates to detachment is, let's say you want to go into a relationship that is not aligned with who you're meant to be. You want this relationship so badly, but it's not aligned with who you're meant to be. And guess what? Your intuition always says no. Your intuition always says, wait, this is not the one, by showing you signs that this is not the one. So it's those red flags that you see. And oftentimes, when we're not strong enough in trusting our intuition, we override it by allowing ourselves to go into situations that do not serve us at that point in time. So when I say listen to your inner voice, I mean that voice that is nudging you towards your dreams and your desires is the same voice that is going to tell you to stop at a certain lane when you're not meant to go into something. You know, distractions are always going to push you back into your old identity, but you need to listen to your intuition and understand that your intuition knows better. Who you are on the inside knows more than the outside. So do not fight that voice within you. And it's a very key, um, it's a very important uh, detail or idea we miss as human beings, that detachment being detached means listening to yourself. When you are able to listen to yourself over the things that are happening outside of you, that's how you become coherent. That's how you are able to meet the version of you that is waiting for you on the other side. Now, another thing that I wrote down is it is important to understand that if you have done your part, that is enough. You are already coherent. I say this because many people get stuck in the external, right? That's why I say detach from the outcome and be attached to who you are becoming at that point in time. It's not about suppressing something, it's about taking the energy that you put into the external and putting it back into yourself. That's how you attract more, and that's how you detach. Not by being suppressive, not by saying, oh, I don't want love. Yes, you want love, but you have love within you. You have to love yourself so that your cup is full enough for you to be able to receive that love. And that's what I mean when I talk about the universe works to align us. The universe works for our greater good. And another thing I wrote down, because I am becoming the highest version of myself, I cannot put my energy into doubts, fears, or what ifs. So, this is another thing that I feel many people struggle with, especially when it comes to attracting more into their lives. We have doubts, we have fears, we have question marks, we have these what if this happens? And it's the way our mind is trained to work. Our mind is trained to look for every bad thing so that we can stay safe. Your body and your mind is working to keep you safe. Now, what you need to do is to understand that if things are working out for you and you are becoming the highest version of yourself, nothing can go wrong because things are only getting better. So when you have that mindset, you are able to detach from the outcome. Say you go into a relationship and you find that what you want from that partner is not what you receive. It's always a lesson. You are then able to detach from the partner in itself, from the pattern and the partner, and actually say, is this something that I want to keep unfolding in my life? Is this something that the highest version of myself will hold? I don't think so. Then you let it go. And that's how we move forward in life. That's how we actually become the vibrational match of what is looking for us and what we're looking for. Another thing that I wrote in my journal was the fulfillment I seek is also seeking me. What I want also wants me. And that's how the universe works. Or that's how we work as beings of the soul. Our soul's mission is to find whatever we are meant to find, that purpose, that soulmate, that environment that is going to be in alignment with our soul's mission. I really believe that we are beings of creation, if I can put it in that sense. I genuinely believe that nothing in life is happening to you because you are meant to suffer. Everything is happening for your greater good. And when people oftentimes question themselves, question their environments, question themselves because of the environment they're in, but not only looking at the environment as information, as a compass as to where you need to go into your other stage. That's what concerns me. That's what scares me about uh, being human, not being woke, not being awake. I know for a fact that once you stop looking at the external like it is controlling you and you start to look at it as a reflection of who you are, that's when life starts to change. That's when you are able to detach from people, places, environments that are no longer serving you. Because then you start to understand that everything is the pain that I've gone through from the inside. So if it's pain on the inside, that means I have to focus on the inside, right? So let's get into the next. Another key tool is to understand that you need to trust timing without freezing your life. And this is what I was explaining in terms of the laws of vibration, law of correspondence, law of cause and effect. Everything cannot happen if you haven't uh, put in that energy, right? If you haven't put in the intention, nothing can happen. But another thing is when you put in your energy or you do something or you work on something, you need to trust that alignment and timing is on your side. You cannot put yourself in survival mode, because when you put yourself in survival mode and you rush your growth, that's when you're going to miss the lessons. That's when you're going to miss those small details that you can only discover. I've come to this point where I'm able to speak the way I speak because I was patient enough in those years of silence. I was patient enough to trust that what is happening in my life is meant to happen for a reason. There's a reason you are being prepared. Trust the process and do not lag back when it comes to action. When you feel nudged towards something, act. Don't allow your nervous system to let you slow you down. Don't allow the fears or the voices inside your head to stop you from actually meeting your higher self. Another tool that I had to use when I was working on myself was understanding that I needed to look at life in the lens of an observer. Respond, do not chase. Reflect, do not chase. What I mean by respond and reflect is when something that is not what you want is coming into your life, oftentimes it's because you need to move forward from it. It's not necessarily because you have to suffer. Because so many people get into this mindset of, oh, I have to struggle means my life is going to be hard for the rest of my forever. I'm not going to be happy. No, everything needs us to look at it from a lens of an observer, like you're watching a movie. When you start to look at things and you stop reacting and just start allowing yourself to observe and not react, that's when you become powerful. And this is especially what I talk about when it comes to women, when it comes to the ladies who are working on their feminine energy and attracting the love, the amount of money, abundance. I always talk about do not chase, do not react, but instead be the observer. If you meet a man who might seem like a possible candidate for your love, you need to do nothing. And what does it mean to do nothing? It just means you observe. You look at the traits and you ask yourself, is this something I want? Is this something that aligns with who I am? My beliefs, my standards, does this align with me? Then you'll be able to detach from the outcome. And also, when I say you need to look at your life from a lens of an observer, I mean, do not allow yourself to get in your own way. Oftentimes, things are happening because you need to move forward from them. And like the same example I made about the relationship that is not aligned, you're going to see characteristics, traits that are not going to be in alignment with who you are looking to be. It's not necessarily because that's what you're attracting, it's because you're supposed to move forward from it. Everything in life is a lesson. And once you start to understand that everything in life is a lesson and nothing is really happening to you, life is coming from you. The problem with many people and is that we struggle to detach because of what our childhood has taught us, what we've allowed, not even what we've allowed, because of conditioning, because of programming, we end up accepting all these things that happened in our childhood in an unconscious level, for that matter. So, for you to be able to move forward in life and to actually meet your higher self, you have to look at every single thing happening in your life as a lesson. Maybe you start a business
and you wonder why you're starting this business. It's not because you have to make money. It's not even about the what's this, all these external things, these materialistic things. It's not about that. It's so much deeper than that. And when I speak about detachment, I want people to understand, especially women, that life is not happening to you, it's actually coming from you. And what is meant to find you will always find you. And you just have to be a learner and the master of your life. So learn and master the things that are happening in your life. Learn to look at things from a lens of I'm moving forward and I'm growing. And yes, that's basically it. And another tool that I think I've used now is gratitude. I've really taught myself to be thankful for what I have in the moment and to just sit in who I am and be grounded in the now. Be grateful that you're able to wake up in the morning and actually have problems. The kind of problems that you never had years ago. These are the kind of problems we pray for. So instead of looking at it as a problem, look at it as an opportunity. And I hope this video helped. I hope you did get something of value out of it. And if you came this far in the video, I would greatly appreciate it if you could like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, because I love talking about femininity and feminine energy, queen energy, and how to actually step into your power as a woman. And yeah, see you same time, same place next week. Thank you.